Merry lunchtime, everybody. What you got in your sandwiches? Are you sneaking off for a pot noodle? Got a cafeteria. You might have a cafeteria at work. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? I'm at home today. I'm not skiving before you accuse me. So I've got poached eggs, I think. Be poached eggs today. Anyway, here's the video. Nice and easy today, actually. Clicked open the laptop this morning when I was having my cup of tea, and Claret and Hugh article popped straight up at me. I thought, that is it. That's annoyed me straight away. Not the article. Well, I guess it's what's in the article, not the fact that it's an article. Okay, I'll flash it up on the screen right about there, as is usual. Pele fans, not Pele, obviously not Pele. Pele faces winter window cash restraint. Pele as in Pellegrini. Pele. Would we say Pele? Oh, anyway, doesn't matter. I'll read the article to you and then I'll get to what's really annoyed me about it. Apart from the fact that it's just telling us that we're skint and nobody's got any money. This is what I don't like. It says, West Ham board are unlikely to be splashing big cash in the transfer window, but rather are taking Manuel Pellegrini at his words that he has the squad he wants. There's more article afterwards, but that got me. The first sentence absolutely got me because it's puerile. It's completely immature. It's a way of communicating that I just cannot stand. West Ham's board are unlikely to be splashing big. Yeah, okay. That much. We sort of knew that. We know we're being prepared for bad news. Because they're taking Manuel Pellegrini at his word that he has the squad he wants. That's a bit like saying, no. You said you had the squad you wanted. That's it. It doesn't take into account anything that's actually happened. It doesn't take into account our league position. It just doesn't take into account anything. So I can imagine this scenario of Manuel Pellegrini going in to see David Sullivan and saying, Mr. Sullivan, I need some more cash. I need some more players. And just Sullivan saying, no, I'm sorry, mate. You said this was a squad you wanted. Your words, not mine. Live by the sword, die by the sword. You said you got the squad you want. And Pellegrini said, no. But, I think I need something else in midfield. We've had some injuries. The start's not been quite so great. And it took us longer to get rid of Chicharito than I thought. No, Manuel. You said squad you want, and squad you want it is. You've got the squad that you want. Your perfect squad. I just think it's a pathetic line. I can't stand it, actually. I don't know how you can expect to do that and expect things to get better. Either his performance is improving, of course. That's not going to happen if you don't at least mix things up a bit. Or it's not going to help the relationship with the manager, is it? That's not going to really endear David Sullivan more to Pellegrini. It's not going to boost him. It's not going to give him a morale boost. I can't see that particular piece of man management making things much better. I'll read the rest of the article, but you understand, you get what I'm saying? I can't stand that. The article goes on to say it's pretty much a given that the manager now has to do business with what he's got after regularly claiming he's established the squad and is remaining confident he can arrest the decline and move on an upward spiral. I mean, again, Gio alluded to this in a cup of tea last night. Gio mentioned that actually we've sold the players. It was a great point. We've sold Obiang, we've sold Fernandez, we've sold a lot of these players. We've got our 8 million here, 7 million there. And so there's no more cards left to shuffle, basically. Although I do think there's some money from Xavier Hernandez. I do think there is some money there for a signing. I think they're preparing us there for the worst, unless the Hernandez money is going to the loan repayment, which the board intend on taking out in January. That's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens there. And it then goes on to say, so this is reiterating the first bit. So it says, the board are taking the Chilean manager at his word. So basically, it goes back to the start. Your word that you have the squad you want. Actually, for somebody who said I never do this, I'm doing it quite a lot, aren't I? I did it yesterday or the day before. I'll tend not to do that. But I see inverted commas because they're taking him at his word. So again, it's reminding you, Manuel, naughty Manuel, you said you got the squad you want. Perfect squad. It's not our fault. If you haven't bought your athletic midfielder, or you've not got the left back you want, or the right back you want. Not our fault. You said it was a perfect squad. So childish. So childish. Probably not as childish as doing that, but anyway. Taking him at his word, although they would consider some key arrivals if they can find the right players at the right price on loan. You're not going to get key players on loan. A key player, let's think of a key player. A key player, Sebastian Haller, right? It's a key player. Pivotal, integral to the way we play. Declan Rice, a key player, right? Who else? Let's think of Fabianski, a key player. Diop, possibly a key player. You don't get a key player on loan. So they'll consider some key arrivals if they can find the right player at the right price. Or on loan. I just can't. I don't know. I can't see it. I might be a bit pessimistic. Maybe I am. But you see what I'm saying? Hopefully you're with me on this one. A striker is on the cards, along with a left back. I thought it was a right back. We've got 2 left backs. They've both been signed. We've just recently given 2 left backs long contracts. So it must be a right back. That's fine. I mean, look. But the club has learned its lesson from past winter signings, few of which have made a serious difference. Did we sign anyone last winter? Did we? I don't. It might just be me. I should have checked before I did the video. That would teach Luke to say these videos are well researched. I can't think. Anyway, I can't think of too many winter. Maybe they're talking about Hugo. Hugo was a winter signing. Maybe they mean that. But that was somebody else. I don't know. So anyway, with the market bare of top players at this time of year, as promotion and relegation battles get underway, clubs will always hold on to their best players. I totally agree. Nobody's going to sell their best players. There is an anxiety to see Paulo Fornal show his worth, and with that, his performances, and Roberto's appalling form. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Again, I think this ties into what was being said earlier, which was, well, you mucked up with Paulo Fornal, so we're not giving you any money. If Paulo Fornal's had been a better signing, we might have given you some money in January. It's all so puerile. I'd say I don't blame the article. That's just the information that they're getting. This is, if I thought this was made up and not, but I do think this is the case. I do think this is an accurate reflection of what the club is, of the club's stance, of the club's take on things. Don't like it. I do not like it at all. As Gio just messaged me earlier, back him or sack him. Simple enough. If you're going to keep him, you're going to keep him on. Give him a bit of money. Give him some money to splash. Let him get out of it. Put your trust in him. Put your trust in a whole system that you've put in place, the manager that you've employed. If you're not going to give him any money and you're not going to let him improve things, then do sack him. Don't leave him in a state of limbo where you say, well, hold on, mate, you made your bed, you're going to lie in it. That's basically what that article says. If you was to sum it up in a phrase, in a cliche, it would be, you've made your bed, you're going to lie in it. Well, that's no good, because the bed might be really, really untidy with biscuit crumbs in it and stuff like that, and it might need a new bed. I just don't think he should be made to lie in it. Either give the man a new bed, a new duvet, and a new fluffy pillow, or just do away with him. Not like that, of course. So anyway, that's that article really, really grabbed my attention. And since then, there's a couple of other things which I'll just read out now, which just very, very quickly, which has just popped up since that article came out. One of them says a fitness boost for the Irons is that Jack Wilshere is available, or could be available, for the Tottenham game, 23rd of November, early kick-off at the London Stadium. If you go into that, we would need that. We would need him. Noble's out. They say might for Tottenham, but I think Noble's out. Clearly Lanzini's out. We need somebody in the centre of the midfield there, certainly. And it says Lucas Fabianski on course for early January. But you knew that anyway. There was another article about Masuaku. I'm not too bothered about that. Okay, this is the other one. Feeds into what we were saying. It says Fornals gets ready for big opportunity. And it's about Paulo Fornals being handed the opportunity to take Lanzini's place in central midfield, or whatever position you want to call Lanzini's position. The point is, he won't be playing on the wing anymore. And it's just, it's a positive article as well. It's saying out of adversity comes benefit, and Fornalsberg looking to step up to the plate and seriously ignite his Hammers career. He has become a bit of the fall guy, hasn't he, in that respect? In many respects, though, the really poor form of Roberto, I think, has probably taken a little bit of the spotlight off of Fornals. I don't wonder how many games Fornals has played. I know some of them have been sub, but I do wonder how many times he's actually featured in the first team. Be interesting to know. Again, probably could have done it before I started pressing record, but there you go. I'm winging it in my shed. The last but not least, the other article, it says Pellegrini set to stick with Roberto. I'm going to read this out to you. We can go and Claret and here read it yourself, but I'll read it. I'll save you the effort. Sit down with your sandwich, with your crab paste sandwich or whatever. It's nasty. Nobody. Is anybody eating a crab paste sandwich? Surely nobody. Oh, crab paste. Surely nobody eats crab paste sandwiches. Manuel Pellegrini looks set to stick with under siege goalkeeper Roberto for the upcoming clash against Spurs on November the 23rd. You know that, I've already told you. Whilst there have been widespread calls for the manager to bring in David Martin for the game, it has become clear that the former Millwall man is less than likely to get the goal. Why sign him then? If I wonder, actually, okay, we'd sign Martin and we sign Roberto as a third choice keeper. So the third choice keeper is there in case of an emergency. If this is not an emergency, I don't know what is. Under what circumstances would David Martin get to keep goal for West Ham? Clearly, the first choice goalkeeper being injured is not good enough. That's not going to get him in. But the first choice goalkeeper being injured and the second choice, the second choice goalkeeper not being able to catch is not enough. I mean, it would probably have to be sort of Armageddon or something like that. I don't know. Every first team player would have to be injured or have the flu for Martin to get a game. If you don't get one now, he's never getting one. If there's anybody demotivated at the moment, it's David Martin. Hold on, I'm surely I'm better than that guy. Anyway, Claret Hughes learned that the son of legendary defender Alvin Martin was offered a contract aimed at making him what is known as... Oh, I've answered. It's the training ground keeper. I'm going to do that thing again because it is in inverted commas. The training ground keeper. This involves him being available at Rush Green to make saves from strikers on the training ground. He was employed on a nominal contract. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say to that. Clearly, good enough to save shots from our strikers. Mind you, that's an easy job because we don't shoot, do we? We don't have any shots. He basically does nothing. We don't attack. Pellegrini gets them all on the training field. Right, we're going to do those tactics where we don't defend and we don't attack. He's in there, smoking a cigar. A Hammer source told us today it would be a shock if he called him into the first team. The likelihood is Roberto will be given more time. Got a lot of time, didn't he? A lot of time. Despite some big mistakes, there have also been some top saves. Oh, that's true. That's true. He's okay. Anyway, so and although anything is possible in those games, present thinking seems to be that he'll hold his place for the Spurs game. Okay, here's the problem with Roberto. If his reaction, he's all right. If he's got to think about it, he's not. If the ball trajectory is straight at him, he saves it and does a reaction save. The moment it gets a bit of loft, he can't do it. He can't catch, but he can stop. He wanted to be a boxer initially, but he can't punch either.